Rawi, and my role is director of photography on Borgia. It was decided very early on that the look should be as unlit, if I may use that phrase, as technically possible, to make it look like we're basically shooting in available light. So to that end, that was the inspiration. It wasn't so much let's make it look like a painting or any such thing. It was let's make it look like it's reality. It's happening right now, and we happen to have cameras and we're filming it, but no lighting. Clearly that can't be done in the real world, so what I'm trying to do is light it in such a way that it should look as unlit as possible. Discussions with the director and the producers, and seeing the locations, seeing the sets, planning the exteriors. For instance, the backlot, which had to be constructed from scratch, I wanted it to be facing the correct way given when we're going to shoot. I had that in mind, so I found out where the sun is going to be rising and setting during those weeks that we'll be shooting on the back lot, and asked the production designer Bernd to orient it in such a way that I had some backlit streets as much as possible. Well, I think the reconstruction of the set is magnificently done. It's in particular the Sistine Chapel and the backlot, the streets and the backlot and the walls, and the detail that's gone into it is quite amazing. Like, we can do the minutest of close-ups on the walls and you wouldn't know the difference, that it wasn't real. I'm very impressed and very pleased, of course. Yes, the Alexa is a new product, and I think it is a very interesting camera, and certainly it's going to be a force to be reckoned with. It has some major advances over other cameras. One of the nice things about it is the viewfinder. It's a high-definition viewfinder instead of a standard def, so for the camera operator it's much more pleasing to look at, and you can see detail that you wouldn't otherwise see on standard def viewfinder. And then there's the sensitivity and the lack of noise up to a quite high gain setting. There's a distinct lack of noise, and then eventually it kicks in, but you do have a bigger margin. Yes, I can say that I knew the Borgia story in various forms over the years. One hears about the Borgia clan and the family and what they did. They seem to be, varying stories as to what level of bad they actually were at. No, I had not, although I knew of the existence of a French production, there's a Spanish production, there may be others, but I have seen none of those. My reaction to the script, Tom Fontana's script, was quite a surprise, because it was more than I expected by way of being cinematic. It's very filmic. It's got set pieces that normally would be in the domain of features. So it's very film-like, the script, and that was what was so exciting about it. Read episode 1, I thought, okay, that'll be just in the first one, then episode 2, no, it continues, and then 3 and 4. It's some wonderful writing, really wonderful writing. We have filmed some very interesting scenes. I'm sure it's going to be very special. It just isn't staid and reverential to that kind of period pieces. The pace is very much modern day pace, but they happen to be in the 15th century, in 15th century costumes. So it's interesting. This is not my first time in the Czech Republic. I did film here about 13 years ago. So I was familiar with the studios and how good a studio it is. Amazingly well constructed. And so I knew what I was likely going to see, and my experience this time is even better because I've got to know the crew better. They're incredibly professional. They really know their stuff, but they've done it for so long, for generations. Barrandov is a very, very comfortable studio to work in. The cast has been very interesting because they are an international cast, and it's wonderful to see them all get on together like they've become a family. It's really nice, and the international crew, well, you know, crews in general get on with each other because we all speak this, in the end, we all speak the same language, and there's no difference here. We're all one family, really. It's quite a happy set. I wish I could tell you what I think the audience will be most interested in the show, so I'm just guessing. It's really filmed in a very real, modern way. I hope that will come across, and the audience will actually, the viewer will realize this and enjoy this, because it just does not respect the period as other shows sometimes do.